Chicago Fire Season 13 Episode 18 Recap. Who was the injured firefighter? In Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 18 titled Postmortem, Firehouse 51 is rocked by a chaotic emergency that ends with one of their own critically injured. The episode begins in a haze of confusion and tension, with the team uncertain who was hurt and how a firefighter was left behind during the evacuation. As the story unfolds through a series of interrogations and flashbacks, former Chief Wallace Bowden returns to lead an investigation into what went wrong at the scene. With pressure from the higher-ups and media attention intensifying, every decision made that night is scrutinized. It is eventually revealed that the injured firefighter is Jack Damon, Severide's younger brother. Tensions are running high, and Bowden must determine whether anyone is to blame or if the tragedy was the result of unfortunate events. Chicago Fire Season 13 Episode 18. Jack Damon gets injured during an intense house fire. In Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 18, Firehouse 51 responds to a house fire involving the Marshall family. The scene is chaotic from the start, with cars running over water hoses and neighbors crowding the street, making operations difficult. The firehouse is under the command of Chief Dom Pascal, with Severide, Herman, Kidd, Damon, Cruz, and recently returned Carver among the responders. Inside the house, Carver locates a baby and hands him to Kidd, who rushes him to safety. Meanwhile, Severide, joined by Damon and Clarence, searches for the remaining trapped family members. They manage to rescue the parents, but chaos unfolds when Pascal calls for an evacuation due to worsening conditions. Herman believes all 6 firefighters who went in had made it out, but in reality there is a 7th, Damon. Carver re-entered the structure to save Clarence, who fell through the floor. Meanwhile, Damon becomes separated and is crushed in the attic as the roof collapses. Critically injured, Damon is rushed to surgery, having suffered internal bleeding and severe smoke inhalation. Though he survives, the damage to his lungs may end his firefighting career. Severide was especially shaken, blaming himself for involving his younger brother in such a dangerous call. Chicago Fire Season 13 Episode 18. Bowden delivers his final verdict on the fate of Firehouse 51. In Chicago Fire Season 13 Episode 18, following the media scrutiny surrounding the Marshall House fire, Bowden is called back to lead a formal investigation into the incident. Assigned by the commissioner, Bowden's task is to determine whether Firehouse 51, under Chief Pascal's leadership, has made any operational errors. Bowden begins a series of in-depth interviews with each responder. Kidd vouches for Carver's return to form after rehab, and Cruz admits to fatigue due to his toddler's sleep issues. Severide discloses how Damon had asked for more shifts and was cleared by Herman for the fire. As each testimony unfolds, a fuller picture of the night emerges, revealing multiple compounding failures. There was interference with radio signals, water supply issues, and miscommunication during the evacuation. Crucially, Bowden discovers that 7 firefighters had entered, not 6, meaning one had been mistakenly left behind. The near-fatal oversight stems not from negligence, but from the chaos of the situation. Chief Pascal even offers to take the blame, demonstrating growth and leadership. In his final verdict to the review committee, Bowden defends the team by saying he emphasizes that the decisions made by Pascal and his officers were ones he would have made himself. Ultimately, 51 was cleared of wrongdoing. The verdict acknowledges the heroism displayed and subtly affirms Pascal's position, while highlighting Herman's hesitations about future leadership roles. In a powerful scene, Bowden delivers his findings to the review committee, defending his former team. Every decision made that night was one I would have made myself. He argues that while mistakes happened, they were born of the chaos of the moment, not incompetence. The committee ultimately clears Firehouse 51 of wrongdoing, acknowledging the bravery of the responders. However, the ordeal leaves lingering questions. Pascal's leadership is validated, but the incident shakes his confidence. Herman faces doubts about his readiness for a higher-ranking position after the miscount. Severide grapples with guilt over Damon's career-ending injuries. The aftermath. What's next for Firehouse 51? Though the team is exonerated, the emotional scars remain. Damon's uncertain future weighs heavily on Severide, while others, like Cruz, confront their own vulnerabilities. The episode ends on a somber but resilient note, with Firehouse 51 banding together, proving once again that even in the face of disaster, they are a family first. Final thoughts. Postmortem is a standout episode, blending high-stakes action with deep character drama.